The city of Rune rose from the trees like a secret whispered into a stone. Massive, ancient oaks coiled around spires of silvered wood and moss-covered towers. Bridges of woven vines stretched between tree trunks thicker than houses, and lanterns floated like will-o'-the-wisps in the air, casting soft golden light. The city didn't feel built, it felt grown, alive. Sam had never seen anything like it. "Welcome to Rune," Lyra said, smiling gently as she stepped onto the vine-drawn bridge. "One of the last sanctuaries of true magic," Kira added. "It's neutral territory, protected by the Runekeepers. Even the Hollow won't strike here." Sam followed, still stunned by the beauty of it. The air itself shimmered with enchantment, every breath tasting like honey and ashwood. As they approached the central grove, a crowd of cloaked mages and artisans moved between open-air stalls, trading spell threads and singing runes. But it was one voice in particular that drew Sam's attention. "Whoa, no. You can't just bend enchantment matrix like that unless you're ready to rebuild your lungs afterward." The speaker was a wiry young man with tangled bronze hair, a belt overloaded with crystals, parchment, and enchanted trinkets. He wore goggles on his forehead, smudged with soot, and his robes were tied at odd angles like he'd gotten into a fight with a wardrobe and lost. He turned and spotted Sam watching him. "Oh, you're the human, the new Threadbreaker. Fascinating skull shape. I'm Reyu." Sam blinked. Hi?" Reyu bounded forward and clasped Sam's hand with both of his. "Huge fan of prophecy. Most of it's nonsense, of course, but yours has flair." Kira groaned. "Reyu, please behave." "I am behaving," Reyu said, eyes never leaving Sam. "So, have you incinerated anything recently with your mind, or is it still mostly accidental bursts of chaos?" "A little of both." "Well, you're going to fit right in." Sam felt something odd stir inside him. Not magic exactly, but comfort. Reyu had a wild energy about him, like someone who didn't fit anywhere but had decided to love the misfit space anyway. It was the first time Sam felt less alone. Later that night, after their quarters had been arranged in the guest bows of Rune's upper canopy, Sam stepped outside for air. The moon was full and unnaturally close, as Aetherhelm tilted slightly toward wonder. Below, the trees whispered. Somewhere nearby, he could hear Reyu lecturing a spider about elemental safety. Sam smiled, then closed his eyes, and the world vanished. He stood in a circle of stone monoliths under a red sky. The ground cracked beneath his feet, glowing with veins of white-hot magic. A voice, familiar and ancient, echoed in his head. To hold the thread, one must weave it. The wind roared around him. Out of the earth rose a tree, twisted, dark, ancient. Its bark looked like writhing shadows, its branches skeletal and sharp. At its base, a staff. Simple, dark, made from something that pulsed with memory. Wormwood. Sam stepped forward and reached for it. The vision shattered. He fell to his knees on the platform outside his quarters, gasping. "What the hell was that?" he muttered. But deep in his bones, he knew he had to find the staff maker. Reyu didn't even blink when Sam burst into his workshop at dawn. "Now, let me guess," Reyu said, sipping tea out of a levitating cup. "Vision? Cryptic message? Something about weaving fate?" Sam stared. "How? Threadbreakers are nothing if not predictable. Come on, I'll take you to Old Varn." "Old Varn?" "Staff maker. Lives beyond the rune roots. Cursed, brilliant, mildly homicidal. You'll like him." Reyu led Sam deep below the city, into the roots of the Rune Tree itself, past living tunnels that shimmered with ancient runes, until they came to a small hollow lit by a single glowing stone. The air was thick with magic, heavy like old fire. An old man stood at a workbench, bare hands, shaping a shard of obsidian with no tools. His skin was dark ash, and his eyes were gold, not shining, glowing. He didn't turn when they entered. "I know why you've come," Varn said, voice like stone splitting. Sam stepped forward, holding his breath. "I saw it in a vision." Varn turned slowly. He studied Sam in silence. "I made 1,000 staffs in my time, for kings, for traders, for those who thought as themselves gods." His golden eyes narrowed. "But you'll need something old, something twisted, something that remembers pain." He turned and reached beneath the bench. He pulled out a long piece of wormwood, bleached by moonlight, blackened at the tip. "This wood,"